Uh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I've seen it about 500 times now. It's just one of those plays I think that's going to be talked about for a while. You could see it however you want to, I guess, and um, you know, I think my view on it is if it's that controversial, hard to say anything's distinct about it. But um, like I said, it is what it is. It's a shame that we're not playing Game 6 today, but you know, there were other reasons that the series was over when it was.
Are you saying maybe the rule needs to be changed to be more clear? I think there's been some discussion about that online as well, just to make it cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine they take a look into it. I mean, I've probably been sent 10 goals that looked a lot more like a kick than that one. And then I've seen goals that were disallowed. Same thing. I think it's a tough rule to find consistency with, and you could definitely spin your argument whatever way you want. I think you could use video evidence to back up whichever side you feel, is the right way. And, it's a tough rule. There's always going to be a little gray in it, I think. So I guess it just, like Darryl said, I think whatever you think is a distinct kicking motion, to me, I don't think I was punting any soccer balls into the uprights there, but football kick. Anyway.
We're good.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake, when the big offseason story around here is going to be Johnny Gaudreau, of course.
Yep.
You've seen this over the years where star players are up for contract. Do players ever jokingly or on a serious note sit down with guys and say, "Come on, man"? Do you lobby for a guy to come back?
It's Johnny Gaudreau, you do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Johnny's he's a good friend. He's a guy you definitely just, it's life too, right? Like, he's got a great wife, and obviously they're, going to start a family and things like that. So he's ultimately got to make the best choice for himself. But as a hockey player and as a person, we all want him back. Like I said, it's a business, and we all get it. I didn't know I'd be in Calgary last season, or so who knows what's in the future for him. But he's such a big part of this team, and I think in my talks with him, just trying to have him understand what a legacy he could leave in Calgary if he stays, and he could probably already put his jersey up in the rafters. But 8 more years of Johnny in Calgary, he'd be cemented, forever. And I think that's something that's important to him, and I hope that however it shakes out, he deserves that and deserves to be taken care of and his family and that. So, but as far as talking to each other, yeah, we talk. We're all friends, and we want what's best for each other. But we're all fingers crossed that Johnny's in Red next year.
People have that talk with you about the legacy you could have had in Tampa.
A nice 16-month. I think they're already starting my jersey ceremony. No, I mean, like I said, it's a business. The cap era is what it is, and I loved Tampa, and I loved my time there, and it had to come to an end, and thankfully I found a new home here, and we love it, and we have a great team, and like you said, it's going to be a big off season for this group, and I trust in management and in the guys to make the right decisions and see what we got next year.
Does that factor into a team when the band might not be back together next year? It's almost like a little bit like a last dance type of situation. Does that impact how you pursue a playoff run or anything like that? Or
Yeah, it does. I mean, more so in Tampa, we knew that the writing was on the wall with whatever the shirts were, $18 million over the cap or whatever. What a league. But yeah, I mean, that was our big thing. It's on our rings. It says last day of school, because Coop, he really did a good job of motivating us by keeping us in that moment, understanding that was the last time that team was going to play together and have that group of guys in the same room. And so I tried to bring that message here too. It's rare to finish first in your division or first, have a great team that really has a shot at winning. And So I don't think we took anything for granted. I think guys understood, that we had a special team, and, things could have gone differently, obviously, and we wish that we were still playing, but, I think we kept our focus the right way, and we understood that, you don't want to waste opportunities like this. It's just, you can't win them all.
Does it feel like a wasted opportunity?
Sure. I mean, anytime you have like I said, a team that's that good in the regular season, and, we didn't have many holes, and there's a lot of really good teams though, and it's a really hard league to win, and, it's a mental, physical grind. It'll beat you down, and you got to be willing to get through the trenches, and sometimes it takes a bit of a learning curve. Losing this way, unfortunately, it sucks. I was telling my buddies that my family's so spoiled, man. They're like, "Oh, I'll be there in the finals." I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's not normal to make it all the way every year. It's a really hard league to win, and you look at teams that do win, there's typically some failures leading up to it, and that's what this is. It's a learning experience for us, and as you have more of these tough losses, I think it really hardens you, and you remember that feeling. I mean, it sucks. So I hope that this is just a stepping stone for us for future success.
You did see that willingness to sort of fight and go into the trenches within this sort of locker room?
Yeah, I do. I mean, like I said, sometimes you got to learn the hard way, and I think that's part of what this was. But it's not a lack of character. We had great guys in the room, good leadership, good young guys. We had a good mix, and we had toughness, we had skill. We just got outplayed.
Understanding you weren't in Tampa for the failures. Do you have a sense of how that group used those eventually to their advantage?
Yeah, I mean, it came up a ton. Even when I came in at the deadline, it was still heavily talked about. I remember Coop would wear his he had a Virginia Cavaliers hat. I don't know if you remember, but they were the 1 seed in the NCAA basketball tournament, and they got bounced. Came back and won it the next year. So it was constantly being reminded. But I think it made that a much better team. It was their top guys and their really skilled players bought in, and when Cooch is, I've said it before, when he's yelling dump the puck on the bench, you listen, and that's what you need. You need guys that are willing to pay the price, and I think the only reason they were at that level is because of their failures, and I think sometimes that's just what it takes.